really good peanuts. They're so good. They're very, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the man who make these famous peanuts because they're so good. Jay, ladies and gentlemen, here is Jay Fiandella here at Shay J's in Santa Monica, California. Jay, can you tell me something about these nice peanuts and how you do them and so forth?
You eat 8 peanuts is equal to protein, and 8 peanuts is equal to eating 1 whole steak. So, Slim, they're good for you.
But I would like to find out another one thing, Jay. You have a secret formula of preparing them with the salt and the thing. Like your secret is it?
Well,
just...
these people ask me how you get the salt.
Exactly.
Well, they put it in their pablum when they're babies. No, I'm being funny, but. The shell of the peanut is porous, and they soak them in a salt brine, and they roast them. And through osmosis, the salt goes from the top of the shell in and crusts the peanut on the inside. So that's how we get them salted.
You, the peanut, and the parade. Now, that's what I want to find out. Now, what is the most interesting thing about a peanut?
I have an astronaut. I have a peanut that went to the moon, ladies and gentlemen. Believe that?
Will you repeat that, please?
I have the world's only astronaut. When I opened in 1959, NASA had headquarters right down the street, so all the astronauts used to come here. Shepard, Sherrod, Conrad, Glenn. Any of them used to hang out here. And one night I'm sitting with Alan Shepard. Well, I don't interrupt my story, but let me get to the world's famous astronaut, moon goober.
Moon goober.
We can't get them separated. I don't want to get them mixed up, but drop it in that one.
No.
This, ladies and gentlemen, whoa, I dropped it, is a peanut that went to the moon and back. Alan Shepard, the astronaut, on Apollo 14, took this peanut to the moon. We're having dinner with a whole bunch of people, and he swore me to secrecy. He said, I'm going to take a golf ball and a golf club to the moon. I'm going to hit the world's longest golf shot. So I said, wow. And there was a basket of peanuts on the table, so I grabbed a peanut, this particular peanut, and I said, listen, take a peanut to the moon for me. So he said, sure, and he stuck it in his pocket. He went overseas. We all followed his career to the moon and back, and about a month later, he called me. He said, Fiandella, I always call those Navy admirals always call you by your last name. He said, Fiandella, I got your peanut. I said, wow, you mean you took it to the moon? He said, yeah. One night I introduced Julie Andrews and Blake Gaillards to Alan Shepard, and she said, Alan, what was your biggest thrill? He said, when I was on the moon, and I held my thumb, my forefinger up, and there was the world in between. That was my greatest thrill, being on the moon.
That was the size of the world, from the moon.
The size of the peanut.
But I want to tell you one thing. I would like to play a song and dedicate it to that peanut. That'd be okay?
Oh, I love it. You've been playing here for 30 years, pal. I deem it a pleasure to hear.
Will that be all right?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. I know my people would love it.
Alice, are you here? Where's Alice? Here you go, peanut, for you. Somewhere there's music, moon, star, Pluto, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Saturn, Mercury, flying through the skies, right before your eyes. Then you realize, say, the moon. Everybody's wondering how high the moon. You know, you were there. Oh, way on top of the moon. The lucky little peanut to take a moon flight. And they're wondering, oh, how high the moon. The moon, peanut. You a moon nut. A moon, peanut. Oh, you're an astronaut. You're an astronaut. Google what you call the name. Google something.
Astronaut.
Astro Google. Googly. Don't let that peanut get tangled up with those others.
Oh, no.
This one goes in the safe. In the bank, you're hid away. In the safe, you're a very famous peanut. I'd like to have you make some peanut butter with you. Be the most expensive peanut butter ever was made. Billions of people would love to see you, but it's over here, Shay J's in Santa Monica. And Jay Fiandella have it, the only only peanut that was on the moon. The first, the only peanut was on the moon. That peanut, the size of the world. Hey, man, that's really something. And everybody wondering how high the moon. Do you know you were there? How high the moon. Yeah.
Mr. Robertson, I wish to congratulate you upon the splendid conception of this time capsule, the initiative, and its splendid execution. I'm sure that you're leaving a message to posterity 5,000 years hence, which they will find interesting and understand perhaps something of our present civilization.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you about this time capsule. In 1938, I was here, and it was something to see. Everybody was all around. It had all the different washing machines and everything, radios and television, everything you could think of there. And they had those pulleys, they were going down. It's about 30 feet down there, and here's the diameter of it across here. That's the size of it, and it was something to see. I mean, it was unbelievable what they were putting in there.
Into the tube are placed articles that will tell the story of our times. Microfilm reproduction of motion pictures, books, newspaper articles, and examples of things we use, textiles, seeds, tools. The glass tube is put into a time capsule, time resisting, made of a special alloy to last 5,000 years. And then they lower it into a casing 50 feet below the Westinghouse building at the New York World's Fair. The idea is that 5,000 years from now, scientists will take out the time capsule and find out about us.
When it came to music, they had all the really heavy people in there. And guess what? They got something else in there, too. Flatfoot floozy would fly, fly. Flatfoot floozy would fly, fly. Flatfoot floozy would fly, fly. Fly, 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 fly. Flatfoot floozy would fly, fly. Flatfoot floozy would fly, fly. Flatfoot floozy would fly, fly. Fly, 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 fly. Well, let's see now. They got 4,950 more years to go. And that will be something when they open it up. It's going to be something. Because I'm going to say, Flatfoot Flugie with the fly, fly. Flatfoot Flugie with fly, fly. Flatfoot Flugie with fly, fly. Fly, 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 fly. Bang, 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 Flatfoot Flugie may have ended up a piece of history, but it took me over a year to get anybody to listen to it. I got to know every inch of Broadway, walking up and down, trying to get the publisher to listen to my songs. Then Benny Goodman heard Flatfoot Flugie, and he played it on the radio, and then everybody wanted it. Flatfoot Flugie became a hit all over the world. My partner Slam and I were an overnight sensation. We're on our way to Hollywood, the home of the stars.
Coming on. 1, 2, keep that rhythm heat. One more riff like that and I'll be gone. Oh man, don't stop now, we're jumping.
Hey, that was some movie. Hell's a Poppin'. Had C.P. Johnson, Rick Stewart was with Duke Ellington's orchestra, and Slam Stewart, my partner. We had some nice fun doing that. And also the Congaroos, they were wild dancing. We had, hey, the people knew about us in England. Here's a thing called rhythm, and the price was 1 shilling. But I like this part in here, say, shortcut to sanity. Now that sounds really good for me.
Vengan acá todos. Vengan a ver esa palomita que me encontré en su nido. Está echadita.
Oiga, señor, we are federales. You know, the mounted police.
If you're the police, where are your badges?
Badges? We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
Okay, that's good, that's great. Hey, but listen, this is the time where we're going to induct Slim Gaillard into the Majubers with full honors and a 10 purple mushroom salute. Now, Slim, I don't want to see any smiling on your face. I want you to follow directions carefully and do as I say. All right? raise your left hand. That's right. No smiling. I can tell when you're about to smile. Now, you got your left hand up. You repeat after me. We do this in 2 parts. I don't got to show you.
I don't got to show you.
That's good. No stinking badges.
No stinking badges.
All right, that's it. Now, if anybody asks to see your badge, you just tell them, I don't got to show you no stinking badges.
That's my very good friend, Al Jasbo Collins. He's going to tell you about that famous hat he's wearing.
First of all, it turns you immediately into a troll or a hobbit, see? Like you could go down into Tolkien's ring and stay there for the rest of the day. But also, you notice it comes to a point, and it's a pyramid. And there's a lot of stuff going on inside this hat. Pyramid power.
Yeah, well,
the minute you put this thing on, you start getting ideas from out of town. I mean, long distance is local with this hat.
Oh,
Is that right?
Al has a TV show every week in New York, and when I got the call, I just had to go. In fact, anything goes on Al's show, and it all goes out live.
The sun comes shining through, but when you're crying, you bring on the rain. Stop your crying, babe. Be happy again. Keep on smiling. James, you're smiling. The whole world smiles with you.
He knows how many viewers he's got. In fact, he knows each one by name. Al, he doesn't care. He's got all the latest technology, though.
All right, let's give a little attention to the plant. We better feed the plant a little bit before we go any further, because that's one of the rituals that we have to do. Yeah, there he is, my man. Come right on in, come right on in. Yeah, Slim, walk around in here. Yeah, baby. Now, wait a minute, we'll see. I'll check these out, and then we'll have it. Hey, hold it a minute, fellas, hold it. When you came to town, I was on KNAK.
Was it?
And I was right in the middle of my worst throes of being affected by Slim Gaillard's type of talk and the jive talk that he came down with Vado Rooney and Lako Mishaway and singing about things on Armenian menus like he did with Yaprak Harisi and all that stuff. And I had really changed over. A lot of people call me, they want to know if I was really slim or not. And, well, of course, you know, they knew I wasn't, but we just had an absolute ball at that time. And let's take a look into the walk and see what the doctor is mixing up for us tonight.
We have
Doctor, you want to address the multitudes?
Yeah, we have a Rooney
You know,
Vaughty
Slim, we have
McNeerissimo here.
What's that?
We have a Rooney Vaughty McNeerissimo.
That's right.
In honor of Slim.
that's a
It
good
is
dish.
mock French fried bee's knees with hippopotamus lips juice sauce. And just for you, Slim, we have a recipe.
Did you ever hear the avocado seed soup?
What else would he like to have?
Dr. Wack, this is the way you prepare avocado seed soup. You get an avocado, put a nail in it and a string on it, then you nail it to the ceiling, and let it vout for a while.
Now, let me harken back to those old heritage days.
Okay.
Where did you originally come from? You know, there's a lot of mystery involved in it. A lot of people thought you came from some other place.
Yeah, they thought
and I said, no, you came from another place.
Everybody say I come from Detroit.
From Detroit, yeah.
Everybody say that because I was born in a little island down below Florida. This little island is a very nice little island. Was. Now, it was Santa Clara, Cuba.
In Cuba, Santa Clara, Cuba.
Yeah, very, very nice. And it's up on the hill, and tonight we had a special celebration with some of the friends from Santa Clara. When I left the island, I started sailing on big boats. One habit I had was never look back. Because when I looked back, I wanted to go back to her. Never thought I would never see her again. I said, I'll be back for sure. But guess what? It never happened. Now it's all come down on my mind. She's sinking in my memories. Pero no estaba todo esa lengua, yo te hablo muy rápido, los cubanos.
Yeah, do one of those commercials, Slim, like you used to do. Listen to this.
Para kosong to kayo la papa la casa de la kayo lang kusok ta 571 Broadway kusong to kayo la papa la casa de la kayo no so to coins to $10 down kugin sa kala la kasong kayo la papa kasi lele kayo to 18 months to pay buko yun so kayo la papa ala sa the Robert Hall buko yun si kayo la sin ko pala peke oh the crab house so buji kayo la so kayo la papa esta da kayo kami to kida ayan
Now, you know, Slim, I told you, Slim speaks about 11 languages.
That's all.
Japanese, too, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Say something.
You know what it means?
No.
Hey, man.
What if you what if you should say no tengo que enseñarle ningunas chapas malditas? What would that mean?
In English, it would mean I don't got to show you no steak and budgies.
That's right. That's right. Hey, we got that.
And you remember I was working with Slam Stewart.
Yes, that's right. How did you meet Slam, anyhow?
Well, I was in New York, this city here, up 135th Street, and there was a place called the Big Apple down in the basement.
Yes.
And I walked by there, and the booking agent for amateur show for Major Bowles asked me, he says, would you be able to do a show with this man downstairs? He played good bass. And I said, okay, that's all right. The agent gave us all the same amount of funds, and I told him, I said, he said, yes, I will. So we come down to the CBS, another television station. It was radio then.
Yeah.
And we go down to this station. We'd had to do an audition, though. It was an amateur show, but we had to audition for it.
For Major Bowles.
Oh, listen, we had to go to Third Degree to get on there.
Yeah.
So, but they says, okay, we'll have you on. So then do you have a name? I'd say, my name is Tim Gaillard. And what's your name? He said, well, I don't have a name. He said, well, I'll make you Slim and Slam. Now, here's my buddy over here, Slam Stewart. He had a unique style of playing. He used to bow and sing the same. He had a perfect pitch. He could sing any note that he played on that bass, and they made a big hit with it. Became a team, Slim and Slam.
Well, it must be that I don't know where.
song. Flatfoot Flugie with the Floy Floy, recorded and copyrighted in 1938, January 7th. And then later on, I wrote another song. Now, this song, it says January 7th, 1938, and the copyright Library of Congress, United States of America, registered. The composer, Bewley Slim Gaillard. The title, Tutti Frutti. My song.
Wop, bop, loom, bop, lop, bop, bop, tutti fruit, oh, root, 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 oh, wop, bop, loom, bop, lop, bop, bop, I got a girl.
Why don't he sing his own song?
She knows just what to do.
Sometimes I would get in my little attitude that I didn't want to go on last. Like when I worked with Jerry Lee Lewis, I would want to go on last. Because he would always mess with the audience, and he would go out there and hit somebody, want to fight. And by the time you get on, everybody would be mad, you know? And I said, let me go on first. And Jerry Lee Lewis said, no! If he go on first, I am not going on. And so, Chuck Berry didn't like to follow me either. No, I have never met no entertainer like to follow me because I was so...
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time that you hear the original Tutti Frutti.
Ours is an awe-inspiring privilege. We shall be the first, mark you well, the very first, to hear Tutti Frutti on the air. Brace yourselves and listen to Tutti Frutti.
Now, I don't like vanilla. I don't like chocolate. Give me some of that good tutti frutti. Tutti frutti, frutti. Tutti frutti, frutti. Tutti frutti, frutti. But tutti frutti, tutti frutti, tutti frutti, tutti frutti. Tutti frutti, frutti. Get yourself a cutie. Tutti, tutti frutti now. Tutti frutti with pesto now. Don't like vanilla now. The chocolate will do. But for me, let me tell you, bring me some of that good tutti frutti. Tutti frutti, frutti. Tutti frutti, frutti. Tutti frutti, frutti. The frutti, frutti, tutti frutti, frutti, tutti, tutti, cada. Tutti, tutti, tutti frutti. Tutti, tutti, tutti frutti. Tutti, tutti, tutti frutti. Look out, man. What you gonna do?
Order to report for induction. The President of the United States to Bewley Gaillard. Greetings. Having submitted yourself to a local board composed of your neighbors and for the purpose of determining your availability for training and the service in the armed forces of the United States, you are hereby notified that you have now been selected for training.
You left, home, you're right, you left, home, right, hey, left, right, hey, up, up, right, up the rip, but to the rip,
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
Oh, you had a good home and you left, you're right, you had a good home and you left, you're right, you had a good home and you left, you're right, right, to the rip, but, oh.
The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. I ask that the Congress declare that since the unprovoked and dastardly attack by Japan on Sunday,
December 7th, 1941, a state of war has existed between the United States and the Japanese Empire.
When I first was drafted in the service, I had been studying code. And after I learned the code, when I come into the service, I had 130 IQ, and I qualified to go to officers training school. And my choice qualified to make it as a pilot. I had to have X amount of training, 3 months actually. 1,700 hours I put in training in planes. And I was trained for medium bombers.
Hey, you had a good home and you left. You're right. You had a good home and you left. You left, right, left, right. You're right, you left. You're right, you left. You're left, right. Up, go. Had a good home and you left. You're right. You had a good home and you left. You're right. You had a good home and you left. You're right. You had a good home.
We were the first black medium bomber group to touch medium bomber planes. All was white always. So we go to Texas and they had an all-white group training there. And when we come to the base there in Chipperfield, Texas, we all, as I say, I was in 930th Air Group. And when we come there, they all look and they laugh. The people in Texas say, ha, 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 look at those black guys. They're not going to make it through this training. We come out with 90 and 95, and the general come down and gave us a nice big welcome. And they all were laughing before, but their laugh was stopped when we come through and won all the honors. Then,
and where were you sent to serve?
What is it?
Where did you serve?
South Pacific, New Georgia, the Fijis, New Guinea, the Hebrides, New Caledonia. My job was to just fly the plane, nothing to do with bombs. Just take the plane on flight there. Had the tail gunner, had the bombardier. You had the nose. Everybody was all on their jobs and all that. They take the plane there wherever it is.
So the bombardier would drop the bombs according to his instructions,
right.
And you would just fly the plane.
I just fly the plane and they follow my course and they took instructions from the commander. Bridges, air bases, factories, train stations, and airports. That was the main target. But airports was the toughest one because we lost lots of planes that day. Because they were camouflaged so well until you didn't even know it was an airport. And just those planes that they had were coming after so fast. And B-25 and 26, the 26 you could maneuver. For the 25 you couldn't maneuver, you just fly straight ahead. 26 could move. They call it maneuvering coffin.
How did you feel before going on a mission? Were you afraid?
Well, you just became immune to going. You just take a prayer and go.
Slim, tell me how you felt when you heard the sound of those engines.
Well, it was a very sad sound because you didn't know what's in ahead of you, what's down below, what's coming on top of you. You never knew anything. It's a very sad sound. Make you very weepy.
So did you ever feel that you were bombing the wrong things?
I always felt that way. I just always felt that they were dropping unnecessary things because everybody wondered what they were dropping them for. And they said, what are we flying around here dropping bombs on things and people? We shouldn't be doing that. But you had orders. You're either going to be court-martialed, they put you in. So you had to do the best of it. You had to go and make your mission.
Did other pilots feel like that too?
Quite a few. Yeah. Some was angry because they were forced to do it and they didn't mind it. Some. But there was some sad, and some wouldn't take a flight sometime. They put him in the brig, put him inside, locked him up, and reduced them. You had to be at least a second lieutenant, which I made it up, Mike, because I was a captain. And they asked me if I wanted to come back in the service before I get discharged. We'll make you a major. I said, thank you very much, but no thank you. And I come on out.
So you were entitled to leave because you'd been wounded?
It was I had a disability. I had about, when I got discharged, I had about 75% disability when I first got it. And then going to the Veterans Hospital for treatment and things on, and I got down about 50, then 25, and down to, then they released me after I got around to about 10 degrees, 10 amount, 10%. And then I got discharged, and then now consider me as 100%. But the weather, sometimes you feel the shrapnel in your arm and in your leg, and it hurts you when you walk sometime.
Some of it's still there?
Yeah, it's still there. It stays there.
When you say you broke down, how
that means a nervous breakdown. Your knowledge go away. We had quite a few. I had a general, was with a 2-star general. We were in the same hospital together. And when you break down, they put you in the top floor with your security. You can't leave. You're in the bars. And then they bring you down another floor if you're getting better. And you bring you down another floor and you're getting closer to get out. How I feel about the war. That was the sound of the planes flying over. And I felt like this about the war. I hated it. Here they come. Here they come. Horrible thought, war.
But one night we suddenly went mad together again. We went to see Slim Gaillard in a little Frisco nightclub. Slim Gaillard is a tall, thin Negro with big, sad eyes who's always saying,
"Oh, Rooney."
In Frisco, great eager crowds of young semi-intellectuals sat at his feet and listened to him on the piano, guitar, and bongo drums. When he gets warmed up, and he takes off his shirt and undershirt and really goes, he does and says anything that comes into his head. He'll sing Cement Mixer, Putty Putty.
Oh, yeah. How, he, ho, hi-ya, hi-yo. Hey, don't need the shirt, you get hot with the shirt. Take it off, take your time, and put it over there. Bam!
He'll suddenly slow down the beat and brood over the bongos with fingertips barely tapping the skin as everybody leans forward breathlessly to hear. You think he'll do this for a minute or so, but he goes right on for as long as an hour, making an imperceptible little noise with the tips of his fingernails, smaller and smaller all the time till you can't hear it anymore, and sounds of traffic come in the open door. Then he slowly gets up, very, very slowly.
Oh, Rooney, McVouty, old schooly Reenie Mo. How's the boys doing with the girls in the front row? Oh, Reenie Mo, oh, Vouty.
He keeps this up for 15 minutes, his voice getting softer and softer till you can't hear. His great sad eyes scan the audience. Dean stands in the back saying, God, yes, and clasping his hands in prayer and sweating. Sal, Slim knows time. He knows time. As we know by now, that was from On the Road. Could you tell me a bit about when you first met Kerouac?
Well, the first time, Van, that I met Jack Kerouac was in the safe when in San Francisco. He used to come in practically, well, it was 7 days a week, so he was in there 8 days a week. And he was my very close friend. We used to have dinner together. I did a lot of cooking and things for him. He was a very super friend. I know that you know that I played a number called Arabian Boogie, but that was a different. And what was the other one? Tip Light.
Tip Light, that was a B-side.
Yeah, right. The A-side was Arabian Boogie. Yeah. But you remember that one.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing about Jack Kerouac. Everybody don't really understand that he was a really deep into music and a very good listener. Plus, he used to value all of the nice friends from Haight-Ashbury because the friends on Haight-Ashbury used to make all of the equipment, everything that they sold. They were very artistic.
The part where he describes where you were playing the bongos and you go into this slow time, what was that?
Yeah, that was real authentic Cuban rhythm. That's my little island that I came from, and I just enjoy playing. And he enjoyed the music, and the customers used to come in and sit down and enjoy themselves. and I just kept the rhythm going. It was great fun. You never heard me play those kind of rhythms before, did you?
No, not that one.
Babaloo. Jungle. Babaloo. 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 Babaloo, babaloo, jungle. Babaloo, 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 babaloo. Ah, yeah. Babaloo, ¿qué tal? Antes yo tenía mucha dificultad. El mundo en la Cuba, todos le gusta ese corazón. Usted mismo en la crista tiene mucha dificultad todos ahí, que tú estás ahí allá. Antes. Pero toda Cuba, su corazón en Babaloo. Chango en la caballo allá, y usted, muchos toros. En Cuba tiene mucha dificultad ahorita, moderna. Todos no tienen comida, no tienen nada ahorita. Pero necesito. Mi amigo, todo Cuba, Babaloo. I was explaining, ladies and gentlemen, about Babaloo, yeah? Babaloo is, in Cuba, is the same as Christ in the same direction. They pray and they help everybody. We're over to Botanica Olifi, and this is where you'll get herbs for everything that you need to help you in every different way. Your life, that's what the Cubans live on, and they all pray to Babaloo and Django and the other seven, baby. We'll tell you about them later. Dame poco dinero, mucho dinero, porque te no sirve, me gusta mucho dinero. Dame cabo de tabaca, bien rico que esté. Yo quiero quiero. Tú estás volando, ¿entiendes? De Santa Clara, Cuba, volando. Toros. De cubano y de Santa Clara, toros cantar. Babaloo, aye, toro, Babaloo cantar. Babaloo, aye, hey, Babaloo cantar. Babaloo, aye, hey, Babaloo, baby, Babaloo, el ube, el fango, aye, hey, Babaloo, aye, hey, Babaloo, aye, hey, Babaloo. Es el mismo del nigrito, de que yo ahorita en la noche tengo mucho doble lengua, yo no sé cómo se dice. Babaloo, Babaloo, Django, Babaloo, Babaloo, Babaloo. Carmen, ¿qué es el nombre?
Mi nombre es Carmen Sandberg. Yo estoy expuesta a esta religión por medio de personas que yo he salido con. I dated a guy and I became aware of this religion. People worship their own spirits. They take glasses like this and they do una boda espiritual. They put 7 glasses, they pray at them. And then there are 7 African gods that they refer to as the siete potencias africanas. They light candles for them. And the 7 African gods are represented by different colors. See, all these things here, the skins, the hairs, the feathers, each god, each one of las siete potencias africanas, they each have certain favorites. They have certain fruits, they have certain skins, and they do special ceremonies. Only people that know this religion can do these things. And there's a lot of people that practice this religion in their hoax. You have to have a godfather that knows what he's doing. I'll let Rogelio explain it in Spanish and we'll translate it.
Él quiere saber por qué nosotros usamos los santos católicos con nuestros santos de religión africana.
Cuando los africanos llegaron a Cuba, tenían su fiesta, tienen su religión, que es la religión africana, la religión lucumisa, nuestra religión. Y los españoles llevaban su religión, que es la religión católica. Ellos semejaban la calidad del cobre con Ochun. ¿Por qué? Porque Ochun es la diosa del amor, la calidad del cobre es la diosa del amor. Y para poder hacer la fiesta, los días señalados, semejaron uno con los otros. La Virgen de las Mercedes, que es Obatalá, en nuestra religión es Obatalá, tiene un día señalado. Los españoles para poder hacer su fiesta, los africanos para poder hacer su fiesta, los semejaron cada santo de la religión católica con la religión africana. Por eso es la semejanza. Esta no es Obatalá. Obatalá para nosotros es otra cosa. Esta es la Virgen de las Mercedes. O sea, nosotros nos matamos y hacemos una ceremonia arriba de de Santa. Le ponemos flores y velas. Nosotros hacemos la ceremonia arriba de Obatalá, que es la semejanza de uno con el otro. Esta es la Virgen de Regla, que es Yemayá. O sea, para la Iglesia Católica esta es la Virgen de Regla, para nosotros es Yemayá, que es la diosa de la profundidad, la diosa del mar. Porque viste el manto de azul y porque está arriba del mar. El Eguá, que es el dios del camino, que es el que abre los caminos, es el día del lunes. O sea, la Iglesia Católica ese es el niño de Atocha, porque es niño. O sea, esa es la semejanza que hay entre uno y el otro.
¿Qué preguntas más tú tienes, Slim?
Hace muchas cosas, él sabe mucho.
Ah, sí.
Godfather.
Godfather.
En inglés.
Padrino.
¿Padrino?
Padrino es el que le hace la ceremonia, o sea, que hace una ceremonia en la cabeza y es el que lo bautiza. O sea, tengo mi padrino, o sea, yo soy padrino. Esto es como una cadena que se va introduciendo en una gran familia. Tenemos padrino, tenemos ahijado, tenemos hermanos, tenemos tíos, una familia en nuestra religión.
Sí, perfecto. Babalú. Babalú. Mil gracias, Toro.
Gracias.
Slim sits down at the piano and hits 2 notes. 2 C's, then 2 more, then 1, then 2. Suddenly Slim is playing C-Jam blues. And the big booming beat begins and everybody starts rocking and Slim looks just as sad as ever. And they blow jazz for half an hour. Each set takes 2 hours. Slim Gaillard goes and stands against the post looking sadly over everybody's head. As people come to talk to him, a bourbon is slipped into his hand.
That's a bourbon O'Rooney.
Nobody knows where Slim Gaillard is. Dean once had a dream that he was having a baby and his belly was all bloated up blue as he lay on the grass of a California hospital. Under a tree with a group of colored men sat Slim. Dean turned the despairing eyes of a mother to him. Slim said,
"O Vauti Macrooney Orinimo."
Now Dean approached him. He approached his God. He thought Slim was God. He shuffled and bowed in front of him and asked him to join us. He'll join anybody, but he won't guarantee to be with you there in spirit. Dean got a table, bought drinks, and sat stiffly in front of Slim. Slim dreamed over his head. Every time Slim said,
O'Rooney.
Dean said, yes. I sat there with these 2 madmen. Nothing happened. To Slim Gaillard, the whole world was just one big.
The whole world is one big round. The world is one big round. O'Rooney to me.